My name is Melissa Hart, and for most of my marriage, I thought my husband's younger brother, Tyler, was just a little immature, irresponsible, yes, late to everything, always, but dangerous? I never would have used that word. Not until the day my dog, Rex, planted himself in front of the front door and refused to let Tyler leave the house with my 4-year-old son. And thank God he did. Because what Rex exposed that day, it didn't just change how I saw Tyler, it changed how I saw my entire family. It was a sunny Saturday morning in late May, the kind of morning where the sky is too blue, the air is too warm, and the world feels deceptively safe. My husband, Jake, had left early for a double shift at the hospital. I was in the kitchen cleaning up pancake batter, while my son, Noah, sat on the living room rug with his toy cars. Rex lay right beside him, head on his paws, eyes half closed, but always tracking the tiny human he'd basically adopted at birth. Then the doorbell rang. Ding dong, Rex's ears shot up. He stood in one smooth motion, positioning himself between Noah and the door without even thinking. "It's okay, buddy," I said, wiping my hands on a dish towel. "Probably just Amazon." I opened the front door. Tyler stood on the porch, sunglasses on, hoodie half zipped, that lazy grin on his face. "Hey, Mel," he said. "Surprise." I blinked. "Tyler, I thought you were in Vegas this weekend." He shrugged. "Plans changed. Thought I'd come hang out with my favorite nephew." Rex stepped closer to me, shoulders tense. Tyler glanced down at him. "Still glued to the kid, huh?" Rex didn't wag his tail, didn't move. He just watched Tyler the way a bouncer watches someone who's already thrown a punch. I forced a smile. "Well, Noah's been asking about you. Come in." Tyler stepped inside, slipping off his sneakers. "Hey, little dude," he called. Noah's face lit up. "Uncle Ty." He jumped up and ran toward him, but Rex moved faster, sliding subtly into Noah's path, making the boy curve around his body instead of crashing straight into Tyler's arms. It looked almost accidental, but it wasn't. I knew Rex too well. Tyler laughed and ruffled Noah's hair. "Got any big plans today?" he asked. "I was thinking playground later," I said. "Target run, very glamorous mom stuff." Tyler smirked. "What if I take Noah out for a bit? Give you a break?" My shoulders stiffened. "A break?" "Yeah," he said casually. "There's a new arcade downtown. I can take him for a couple hours. Kid needs some fun that isn't PBS Kids, right?" His tone was light, but something about the way he said it dug under my skin. Rex stepped closer to Noah again, eyes glued to Tyler's face. "I don't know," I said. "Jake's not home. He'd probably want to know." "Jake trusts me," Tyler cut in. "Come on, I've taken Noah out before." That was true, once or twice. Short. Trips, Target, ice cream, the park. Nothing bad had ever happened, but Rex didn't seem to agree with the memory. He moved to the front door and sat squarely in front of it, guarding it. Tyler laughed. "What, is he the doorman now?" Noah tugged my sleeve. "Mommy, can I go with Uncle Ty? Please, 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 please." I hesitated. The rational part of me said, "He's family. He's done this before. You're overthinking." The other part, the quiet, nervous voice I'd learned to ignore, whispered, "Something's off." Rex didn't look away from Tyler, not once. 10 minutes later, Tyler had worn me down with charm, and Noah's begging. "Fine," I said, "but just for a couple of hours. And you text me when you get there. Promise." Tyler grinned, already grabbing Noah's little backpack. "We'll be back before lunch." I helped Noah put on his sneakers while Rex paced in circles around us, whining softly, nose nudging my arm every few seconds as if trying to snap me out of something. "It's okay," I whispered, scratching behind his ears. "He's just going to the arcade." Rex didn't seem reassured. He walked over to the front door again. Tyler reached for the handle. "Let's go, champ!" Rex exploded. He lunged forward, planting himself in front of the door, teeth bared, growl ripping from his throat like thunder. Noah jumped. "Rex!" Tyler jerked his hand back. "What the hell, dude?" "Rex! Hey!" I grabbed his collar, heart racing. "Stop it!" He refused to move. His body was a wall. When Tyler took a step closer, Rex snarled. Deep, primal, the kind of sound that said, "Try it, I dare you." "Call him off!" Tyler snapped. I'm trying," I stammered. "Rex, sit!" Rex didn't sit. He stared at Tyler with a focus I'd never seen before. eyes burning, ears pinned forward. He was not confused. He was not playing. He was deliberately blocking the exit. Tyler's jaw clenched. "Your dog has issues." I pulled harder on Rex's collar. "Come on, boy, it's fine. Tyler's family." Right then, Tyler's phone buzzed in his pocket. He glanced at the screen. His face changed. The easy smile vanished. His expression stiffened. His thumb flew over the screen in a quick reply, like he didn't want anyone reading over his shoulder. Rex's growl deepened. "Who's that?" I asked. "Just a friend," Tyler said too quickly. "Nothing important." But Rex didn't think it was nothing. He took one small step forward, putting even more of his body between Tyler and Noah. And suddenly, in that moment, something clicked inside me. Rex had never blocked the door like this. Not for mailmen, delivery drivers, neighbors, friends. Only now. Only with Tyler. Only when he tried to take my son. My fingers loosened on Rex's collar. "Actually," I said slowly, "I changed my mind." Tyler frowned. "What?" "I don't think today's a good day," I said. "Noah and I will just hang here." Noah pouted. "But Mom, maybe next weekend," I added quickly. Tyler's smile tightened. "Come on, Mel, don't be like that." "It's not about you," I lied. I'm tired. I think I want us all here today." Rex stopped growling, but he didn't move away from the door. Tyler's jaw tensed. His phone buzzed again. He glanced at it, and for a brief second, I saw something in his eyes. Panic, not annoyance, not disappointment. Panic. He shoved his phone back into his pocket. "Whatever," he said, tone suddenly flat. "Do what you want." He turned and headed for the door. Rex stepped aside just enough to let him pass, but never took his eyes off him until the door slammed shut. Silence filled the house. I knelt down in front of Rex, heart still racing. "What did you see, boy?" I whispered. "What are you trying to tell me?" He walked over to Noah and licked his cheek, then came back to me, resting his head heavily against my chest. Like he was relieved. Like he'd just prevented something I couldn't even name yet. 30 minutes later, I found out I was right. Because Tyler didn't go to the arcade. He drove somewhere else. And if it weren't for Rex, my son would have gone with him. I spent the next 30 minutes trying to shake off the feeling that something was wrong, but Rex didn't shake it off. He never moved far from Noah, never settled, never relaxed. He paced the hallway, ears pricked, checking each window like a guard on shift. Something had triggered him. Something he sensed on Tyler that I didn't. I just didn't know what, not yet. Around 12:20 p.m., my phone buzzed. A text from Jake. "Is Tyler with you? Did he pick up Noah?" My stomach tightened. I called him immediately. "Jake, why are you asking that? He didn't take Noah." Jake let out a long breath of relief. Good. Jesus, Mel. I got a weird call." "What call?" He hesitated. Too long. "From the sheriff's department." My heart dropped. "Jake, what happened?" "They asked if anyone in the family owns a black SUV matching Tyler's plates." A pause. "They said that same car was seen near an abandoned warehouse outside Oak Ridge." A shiver shot down my spine. "Why would he be there?" "I don't know," Jake said, "but they said it's being watched for drug activity." I went cold. "That doesn't mean Tyler's involved." "No," Jake agreed. "But Mel, he's been acting strange for months, borrowing money, missing work, avoiding my calls. I'm worried." I pressed a hand to my chest. "And he tried to take Noah today?" Jake's voice sharpened. "He what?" I told him everything. The sudden arrival, the pushiness, Rex's reaction, the blocked door, the weird phone texts. Jake cursed under his breath. "Mel, lock the doors. Don't go anywhere. I'm coming home." But Jake was 45 minutes away. And a half. Hour later, I saw Tyler's car again, not in the driveway. On the street, parked, engine running. Rex saw it first. He sprinted to the living room window, ears stiff, tail straight, a low growl vibrating from his chest. I peeked through the curtain. Tyler sat in the driver's seat, staring at my house, not getting out, not calling, just watching. My pulse spiked painfully. "Rex," I whispered. "Why is he back?" Rex barked, one sharp commanding bark, as if telling me, "Don't open the door. Don't let him in." Noah ran up behind me. "Mommy, is Uncle Ty here again?" I knelt in front of him. "Sweetheart, go play in your room. Take Rex with you." Rex didn't move. He stayed planted at the window, eyes locked on the car. I checked the driveway again. Tyler wasn't alone this time. There was someone in the passenger seat, a man I'd never seen before, shaved head, tattoo on his neck, arms crossed, watching my house the same way Tyler was. My breath stilled. This wasn't a social visit. This wasn't about the arcade. This was something darker, something Rex sensed before any human could. Suddenly, Tyler stepped out of the SUV. Rex erupted, barking so violently I stumbled backward. Noah screamed and ran to his room. I grabbed my phone, hand shaking. Tyler walked toward the house, fast, focused, expression hard. He wasn't smiling anymore. He wasn't pretending to be the goofy uncle. He looked desperate, in a way I had never seen before. He reached the porch. Rex stood ready, body stiff, teeth bared, bark thundering through the door. A knock shook the house. Bang, bang, bang. "Melissa!" Tyler shouted. "Open the door. We need to talk." I backed up 2 steps. "No, Tyler, not right now." His tone dropped, dark, urgent, almost frantic. "It's important. Please, open the door." Rex positioned himself directly between me and the entrance, barking non-stop, his body forming a barrier I couldn't get past if I tried. Tyler pounded the door again. "Melissa, I know you're there." I grabbed my phone. "Jake," I whispered, voice trembling. "He's at the house." "Do not open the door," Jake yelled. "I'm almost there." "Jake, he's with someone." "What someone?" I don't know." Jake cursed loudly. "I'm calling the sheriff. Now, stay away from the windows." But before he could hang up, a sound rolled through the house, a voice from outside. Not Tyler's, a deeper one, more threatening. "Open the door," the stranger growled. "We're not leaving without him." Without him? My blood ran cold. Who were they here for? Me? Noah? Or... My stomach dropped as the truth hit me like ice. They weren't here for my son. They were here for Tyler. And he wanted to use my son as leverage, to shield himself. A hostage. Rex barked harder, almost frantic, slamming his shoulder into the doorframe like he'd break it himself before letting Tyler get in. "Melissa!" Tyler shouted again. "I swear I'm not here to hurt you. Just open the..." Then he stopped. Silence. I heard a scuffle, a grunt. The stranger's voice cut through. "You're not using a kid, Tyler. Move." Tyler yelled, "Wait, don't!" A loud thud echoed on the porch. Someone had shoved him against the siding. I covered my mouth in horror. Rex barked like he was ready to bust through the front door. Footsteps ran across the porch, then silence. Rex sniffed the bottom of the door, growled low, then stopped. His ears perked. I crawled to the window and peeked through the side. The SUV was gone. Both men gone, Tyler gone, just gone, like they vanished into thin air. Rex stared out through the glass, breathing hard, hackles raised, body trembling with adrenaline. I wrapped my arms around him. "Oh God, Rex." What just happened? But he didn't lean into me. He kept staring through the window, watching, guarding, because he knew this wasn't over, not even close. I stood frozen in the hallway long after the SUV disappeared. My breathing came in short, messy gasps. My hands shook. My heart pounded so hard it felt like it was trying to escape my chest. But Rex didn't panic. He stayed by the window, muscles flexed, tail rigid, head tilted slightly like he was analyzing every sound outside. Noah peeked nervously from behind the bedroom doorway. "Mommy, is Uncle Ty mad?" I forced the calmest voice I could muster. "No, baby. Something just came up. You're safe." Rex walked over to Noah and pressed his head against the boy's chest, letting him bury his fingers in Rex's fur. A grounding gesture. A promise of protection. I didn't know how Rex always knew what each of us needed, but somehow, he did. 10 minutes later, a sheriff's SUV pulled into our driveway. Lights off, engine humming. 2 deputies stepped out. Rex barked once, sharp, then stopped, recognizing their uniforms. I opened the door. "Melissa Hart?" the older deputy asked. "We got a call from your husband. Mind if we come in?" "Please," I said, stepping aside. They entered cautiously, scanning the house the way trained officers do. Quick, thorough, systematic. Rex followed close behind them, tail down, but posture alert. The younger deputy crouched and let Rex sniff his hand. "Well, hey there, big guy," he said softly. Rex accepted it, then walked right back to the front door, planting himself there again. "He's still guarding?" the deputy asked. "Yes," I whispered. "He hasn't relaxed since Tyler came earlier." The older deputy nodded, serious. "Dogs know, they see things we don't." I swallowed. "I think he saved my son today." Once they finished checking the perimeters, the older deputy sat at the kitchen table with me to take a statement. "So," he said gently, "walk me through what happened." I told him everything from the beginning. Tyler showing up, unannounced, insisting on taking Noah, Rex blocking the door, Tyler's nervous texting, the strange man waiting in the SUV, Tyler coming back angry. The deputy scribbled notes. When I finished, he tapped the pen on his notebook. "Melissa, I need to tell you something." My stomach twisted. "We've had eyes on that warehouse for 3 months now. The one your husband mentioned." I nodded. He continued. "And 2 days ago, a tip came in that someone with connections to the site was looking for a way to disappear for a while. Avoid heat, avoid arrest." I felt nauseous. "You think that someone is Tyler?" The deputy exchanged a look with the younger officer. "It's likely, and if that's true, he wasn't here for a fun day with your son." My voice cracked. "He was going to use Noah as leverage?" The younger deputy sighed. "People running from the law make stupid decisions, desperate decisions." Rex growled under his breath. The older deputy stood. "We're going to put a bolo out for Tyler's vehicle, and we're assigning a patrol car to circle your block for the next 24 hours. "Is he dangerous?" I whispered. "Right now?" The deputy exhaled. "We consider him unstable." My hands shook. Rex pressed against my leg as if sensing my fear, but then the younger deputy looked down at him suddenly. "What's he got in his mouth?" I turned. Rex trotted toward me, carrying something, a black leather wallet. I froze. "Rex, where did you get that?" He dropped it at my feet. The deputies leaned in. The wallet was scratched, dirty, like it had been stepped on during a struggle. Inside was Tyler's driver's license, his credit cards, $40 in cash, and a folded slip of paper. My hands trembled as I opened it. A single line was scribbled in messy handwriting. I didn't have a choice. The young deputy's face darkened. "This wasn't dropped by accident," he said quietly. "He left it for you." "Why?" I whispered. "To warn you," the deputy replied, "or to say goodbye." Before I could respond, Rex suddenly whipped his head toward the back of the house, ears straight, body stiff, growling low. The younger deputy reached for his gun. "What is it, boy?" Rex walked slowly toward the back sliding door, nose twitching. He sniffed the bottom edge, then growled even deeper. The older deputy whispered, "Someone's been back here." I felt my skin crawl. "Now?" "No," he said. "Recently. Fresh scent." He motioned Rex forward. Rex pressed his nose to the glass again, scanning the yard. Then he stopped at one spot. The far corner, near Noah's sandbox. My blood turned to ice, because lying half buried in the sand was something small, metallic. The younger deputy grabbed gloves and stepped outside. He picked it up. It was a key, with a worn-out white tag attached. The tag read, Unit 17, Oak Ridge Storage. My heart hammered. The older deputy straightened. "That storage lot is right across from the warehouse we're investigating," I whispered. "Tyler was here. He left this on purpose." Rex barked once, sharp, certain. The deputy met my eyes. "This isn't over," he said quietly. "Tyler's trying to tell you something." Rex growled again, and suddenly, I knew. Tyler wasn't just running. He was being hunted, and whatever he'd gotten involved in, he was dragging my family into it. That night felt impossibly long. Jake finally arrived home around 7 p.m., pale, exhausted, but holding himself together for my sake. The deputies had already filed their report, collected the wallet and key, and parked a patrol cruiser across the street to watch the house. Rex stayed at the front window the entire time, alert, not sleeping, barely blinking, like he knew the danger wasn't over yet. But the real nightmare started the next morning. At 9:12 a.m., my phone rang. The number was blocked. Rex lifted his head, eyes sharpening instantly. I answered. Hello? A shaky breath crackled through the speaker. Mel, it's me. Tyler, my pulse spiked. Tyler, where are you? What's happening? Come home. I can't, his voice cracked. They'll kill me. Who? The people I owe. The ones who followed me yesterday. His breathing hitched. Mel, I swear I wasn't going to hurt Noah. I panicked. I thought maybe if I showed up with family, they wouldn't take me. My stomach twisted. You were going to use my son as a shield? I know. His voice broke. I know I messed up. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Rex growled, low, steady, sensing the fear bleeding through Tyler's voice. Tyler continued. I left something for you. The key, the storage unit, that's where everything is. Proof, names, money. If anything happens to me, take it to the sheriff. Tyler, where are you right now? Silence, then. I'm near Oak Ridge. I'm hiding, but they're close. I can hear them. A loud crash exploded through the phone. Tyler screamed. Another voice shouted, He's here! The call cut off. I froze in absolute terror. Rex jumped to his feet and barked so violently the windows rattled. Jake grabbed his keys. We're going. Now. By the time we arrived, 3 sheriff vehicles were already there. Officers swarmed the rows of storage units, guns drawn. The air reeked of gasoline and dust. Rex pulled at his leash, nose working overtime. The lead deputy rushed over. Unit 17 was forced open. We think Tyler came through here. Stay behind us. But Rex had no intention of staying behind. He yanked free of Jake's grip and sprinted straight into the darkness of the storage corridor. Rex! I screamed. We chased him. Officers followed. Unit 17's door was bent outward, ripped open like someone tried to get in or out in a hurry. Inside was chaos, papers scattered. Et a beau asto. Duffel bag half zipped, cash bundles on the floor, a burner phone smashed into pieces, and blood. A smear of blood on the concrete. Fresh. Jake grabbed my arm. Oh God, Tyler! But Rex wasn't looking at the blood. He was staring at the back wall, growling, pacing. Then he reared up on his hind legs and scratched the metal siding, furious, desperate. The deputy rushed over. Something's behind there. Officers pried open the thin metal sheet with crowbars. A hidden gap appeared behind the wall, barely big enough to crawl through, and inside was Tyler, I screamed. He was lying on the ground, tied at the wrists, duct tape over his mouth, bruised, terrified, barely conscious. The second the metal screeched open, Rex forced his head through the gap and began whining, pushing at Tyler's face with his muzzle, as if checking he was alive. Officers cut him free. Tyler collapsed against the floor, sobbing. They were coming back, he stuttered. I tried to run, but they locked me in. You're safe now, the deputy said. We've got you. But Rex wasn't calming down. He suddenly turned around and barked, loud, sharp, warning. Jake stiffened. Melissa, someone's coming. Footsteps thundered outside the unit, heavy, fast. Officers raised their guns. The metal door slammed open. A man stepped inside. The same tattooed man from the SUV yesterday. He froze when he saw the police. Then he lunged behind the wall, straight toward me. I didn't even have time to scream. Rex did. He launched his entire body at the man, teeth clamping onto his arm, dragging him backward with a strength I didn't know he had. Officers tackled the attacker to the ground. Handcuffs clicked. Rex stood over him, snarling until the last cuff locked. The deputy looked at Rex, stunned. Jesus Christ, that dog just saved your life. I dropped to my knees and hugged Rex with shaking hands. You saved me, I whispered. Again, you saved all of us. Rex licked my cheek once, gentle, then immediately turned and sat in front of Noah, who had been hiding behind Jake, guarding him, always guarding him. Tyler accepted a plea deal. He agreed to testify against the men he owed money to. Jake and I supported him through it, but with clear boundaries. And Rex became the hero of the entire police department. The sheriff brought him a medal. The fire department sent treats. Noah insisted on sleeping with him every night. One afternoon, as I watched Rex curled beside Noah on the couch, the sun glowing warm over both of them, Jake wrapped his arm around me. You know, he murmured, Rex didn't just protect Noah, he protected Tyler too. I nodded, feeling tears prick my eyes. He protected our family, I whispered, in every way that matters. Rex lifted his head at the sound of his name, tail thumping once against the sofa, eyes soft and proud. My guardian, my son's guardian, my family's guardian, the dog who sensed danger long before we ever could, the dog who refused to let evil walk out of my front door with my child. Rex, the dog who saved our entire world.